Hey everyone, how are you doing this morning? I'm just getting done with the gym and excited to start my day. I can't believe it's already almost Friday, but it's been a really, really great week so far. I hope you guys are doing well and that your quarter is going well. I'd love to hear what you're working on and how everything is going for you. Um, this morning, I wanted to share with you something cool that's going on in our mastermind group. It is a product research marathon. So a lot of people have struggled with product research. It's one of those things, people get stuck in the rabbit hole, they get stuck in analysis paralysis, they lack confidence in bringing a product to market. And so I wanted to give you guys some tips today about product research and help you hopefully come up with some cool ideas and tell you about this cool event that we're doing on Sunday. So let's get started. I want to show you guys this inventors group, Kansas inventors group. They came up with this kind of flow for concept to launch. So I want to share my screen and actually show you what this looks like, because it was really interesting to see this from an inventors group perspective of like how you take an idea from concept to launch. And I would love to look at this with you and see what you guys think about it and see if you think it's missing anything. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. So we see this, this lovely concept to launch checklist from the Inventors Center of Kansas City. One of my Inventors Group board members sent this out to us. And I thought this was so interesting because they start out up here by finding inspiration, right? Finding inspiration. And I think that is one of the things that people really struggle with is finding inspiration for new ideas. So it's interesting here how they have no sub-bullets. You see how the rest of this process, they have sub-bullets for. The find inspiration, they've got no sub-bullets. They don't have any additional information, right? In our in our product research classes, we have lots of exercises of how you find inspiration, because in most of the Amazon courses, they've got the research really, really covered well, right? Like they teach you how to go in Helium 10 or Jungle Scout and look through all this information and all of that, right? But I think, so we have the research down, but we get stuck in research, right? Because we haven't really built out our skills to find inspiration for ideas, conceive our idea, and actually identify the idea. And so we get stuck here and we're like, oh man, and we kind of skip the steps of inspiration and knowing what problem we're solving and who the target market is. So this is really something that we focus on. Like we really build this out. So, understanding how to look in different niches for ideas, how to figure out what the problems are of people in your niche, what kind of needs are being unmet. That's really up here, right? And then when you're identifying your actual idea, looking, is it a new product that's never been seen before? Are you improving an existing product? Have you actually solved some problems? And who is your target market? I think that is really important too. A lot of times people will write listings and it will be for the wrong keyword entirely. And then, they're not making any sales or they're not converting. But I think that this inventors group has just really done this in an interesting way where they have you identifying your ideas and then getting into research. And so they're then getting into like looking on the web, looking at Google Images. And you can see this is from an inventor's perspective where they're saying, okay, is there prior art? Prior art means other products that look similar, that do similar things, right? That might also be patented. An important part of private label is actually being able to protect your idea. Because if you can't protect it, you guys know, you can get your supplier can sell against you. You have a ton of competitors. You can't shut anyone down really. So it's important to be able to protect some part of your idea. If you're not able to protect some part of your product, you're really just kind of doing white label, right? It's not private label at all. It's white label where you're just slapping a label on another product, and you're going to be kind of drowning in competitors, right? And that's fine if you're really great at marketing and if you have really good margins. But if you don't, you need to make sure that you have some form of protection, whether that's a copyright, whether that is a patent, whether that's just a really great contract with your supplier, or a trademark. A trademark can also be a form of protection, because that is your brand that is associated with that product, right? But yeah, it's so important to kind of build out this part over here. A lot of people start here in the Amazon space and they skip, the conception of a new idea, understanding their target market, actually being able to answer the question, what problems am I solving here? What needs am I meeting? Why will someone buy my product and not the competition? Am I bringing a new product to market, or am I actually improving an existing product? The other thing here is similar products and prices. Now, this is something you guys have completely under control, right? This is something inventors that aren't familiar with our space, they're like, what? You can find out that data? And it's really cool. So that part we have figured out. We're good to go, right? And then marketability and manufacturing. I think marketability is so important. Knowing what other reasonable alternatives exist in the marketplace is so, so important. And then manufacturing. I think a lot of reasons why people don't develop products is because they don't understand manufacturing. They don't understand how to find someone to make that product, how to find a good supplier. They don't understand how to communicate their concept, and how to actually develop a product. And that's what stops people from bringing new and different ideas to market. So we really focus on that in our program as well, because it helps people really bring cool, differentiated products to market. So I think this is such an interesting map and road to market that the Inventors Center of Kansas City has put out, looking at intellectual property, then looking at prototyping, then looking at creating a presentation. I mean, wow, we don't really do that, right? Inventors do that. They create their short demo video, sales sheet with images, and then they choose their market strategy, whether they're going to crowdfund, whether they're going to license, start a company, or get an outsourced partner, right? So I thought this is just such an interesting take from an inventor's perspective. And I'll show you guys what we do in our program to actually help you with your ideas here. So this is our checklist for bringing a product to market. So you just saw the inventors checklist, right? What we do is we brainstorm product ideas with ideation. So we do 4 different exercises to help you bring your product to market. And let me give you an example of an exercise over here. You coming up with a touch list of everything that you touch in a day. So going through and just writing down a touch list of everything that you touch in a day and thinking about, okay, wow, are there any opportunities in anything that I use today, right? So that's an example of one of the exercises that we do. And then market research is really understanding what it is that your market wants. Like, who is your customer and what are they looking for? And then niche discovery is really looking inside of a niche, like niching down a little further into that actual customer, whether that's pet people or whether that's kitchen or home, or people who do a certain thing, a certain career or something like that. And then competitive analysis. Now that's where we're getting into actually looking at who our competitors are, and if this is a product that's going to stand the test of time. So we don't actually pick up product research software in our program until we get to our class on competitive analysis. And then we actually get into validating our product ideas, where we talk about, what is a winning product? how do we actually validate it, and what do we actually launch first from our list of products. That's where people get stuck, right? They're like, I just don't know. I don't know whether I should launch this product or not, right? And then we go over here into creating product spec sheets and understanding business law and patents and trademarks and China law. So it's kind of similar to this inventors group and what they're doing. It's really, really interesting from that perspective. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And so what we're going to be doing this Sunday, myself and Sharon Even, we both teach product research without software. It's, we really get into the customer. We really, do it differently than anybody else out there. And even Sharon and I got together, and her stuff is even different than mine. So we were thinking, wow, you have a group, I have a group. Let's bring our groups together and let's do a product research marathon. So we are bringing our groups together and we are doing a product research marathon this Sunday. And we are going to give our folks a questionnaire to get ideas going, to get them to what Sharon calls starting points. So those where you have that idea of that product. So we're going to break that down, and everybody's going, including us, we're going to be answering these questions together. And then Sharon and I are both going to be sharing our screen, and we're going to do product research right in front of our groups so that they can see the different ways that we do product research. So it's really, really going to be interesting, because I think when you can actually see someone else do this, and Sharon has done this with her group before, and what I do with my group is if I have folks in my group that are stuck, I'll meet with them and we'll go live together and we'll just go down the rabbit hole together and find a product together. And a lot of our other members have seen those sessions and they've been like, wow, that really helped me. I've seen someone actually doing the product research in front of me really, really helped me. So we're so excited this weekend to be getting together these two groups of people, the Alphas and the Amazing at Home Mastermind groups, and really getting after this. So if that is something that you guys struggle with, if you struggle with product research, if you struggle with market research, if you're wondering about that, you can take part in this product research marathon that we're doing on Sunday. Now, this is a paid event. It's not a free event. It's only for our mastermind members, but you guys can sign up for our mastermind at amazingathome.com/mastermind. And what that includes is you actually get all of our classes on product research. So you get everything that I showed you in this checklist right here. You get all of these classes. Not only that, you actually get all of our foundational classes as well. Plus all, the product research marathon, all of our group coaching sessions. We have a really cool accountability program. So that is what also comes with this product research marathon that we're doing on Sunday. And if you're part of Sharon's group, she actually has a course on product research as well. And her folks that are in her course are able to take part in this Sunday session. So anyway, if product research is something that you're stuck on, hopefully just kind of seeing some of this will help you and understanding. And I would love to hear what your questions are on product research. I'm happy to answer those anytime. Happy to offer tips. If there's something that you guys want me to dig into deeper, I can do that. Wherever you're at on your journey, we do group coaching sessions for that. So it's a lot of fun, and we can really, kind of dig into each level of where our members are at.